Oh, I couldn't wait to do this and get these in my possession. Deer Hollow Colt Python. This is the 2nd generation grips. These ones here are the 1961 to 1973 variation. And this is the way, if you were to buy them, this is how they're going to come right here in this bag. Very well packed. Yes, right there. That's where you can get them, Deer Hollow. And yeah, I already got a couple of his grips, and I'm gonna tell you, boy, oh man, look at that. So the 2nd generation ones are slightly different. That I can tell you that from what I can notice, and I'm no expert on them. A lot of my knowledge now came from reading his write-up on his website. Highly recommend to read that. It's absolutely just intriguing, very eye-opening. I had no idea there was all that going on with these things, with the Colt Python grips and stuff. Very useful information too if you're out there. All right, so again, these are reproductions that they're doing. This is the best reproduction online, period, that you're going to get your hands on. They're made out of walnut. They're high quality wood. You can see, look at the grain. The grain is all the same. It's the same deal here, you know. And also, look at the finish. It is not caked up. It's not blotchy. It's just damn near perfect. Also, the checkering. Look at how it's raised like it should be, the way that the originals were. And when I say that too, like, you know what, and other people have said this as well, even look at the medallions there. These are better made than the originals. Keep in mind, Colt outsourced a lot of their grips to other places. I've seen them hands-on. I've seen some of them that were just like kind of rather tacky looking, where you can see actually like the clear coat, the tinted clear coat, it was caked up in areas and then kind of fish-eyed in the finish. I've actually seen that on you know, full-blown brand new factory grips and stuff that were, you know, on different firearms, different pythons rather. So, and also the hardware, the screws, they're made exact reproductions. So the difference is, you can see the checkering here. They, I guess he also listed, he said they were known to the collector's market as the smiley face grips there, because you can see where they dip down, curving around the bottom of the medallion, where a lot of the ones later, the 3rd generation, the 3rd generation early ones were straight across, but then still kind of rounded off on the edges. And we actually have a video on those. You can check it out on the channel if you're interested in seeing those, what they look like. Then the other variation, later in the 3rd generation, they go straight across. They don't even round off in the corners. And he actually described those later ones as kind of blocky or a little bit. So, and again, back to his write-up, it's amazing because he talks about how as the time went on, the grips kind of suffered quality control, and these are absolute top quality. So if you're like me, you got yourself your new 2020 Python, like I got my blued one here, my polished blued. We're going to go ahead and put these on there. Yeah, it's like you can go and get yourself an original set of grips, but in the end, your gun's going to look like, I mean, you're going to try to, I don't even know what kind of small fortune you would pay for originals in this condition, which is pretty much new condition. I don't know what that would cost you. And honestly, I'm going to tell you right out, they're not as good as what he builds today. And this way, this route that you're taking with him, you're getting from Deer Hollow excellent mint condition, brand new grips, custom made with that walnut, and done right and finished right and held up. I mean, just the quality is way better. Again, the screws are reproduced down to the T. Those are exactly the way they looked. So the amount of detail and information that he's gone through to check these out and do this is just great. They give the spacer block in there to even help during the shipping. So let's go ahead and pop these on the Python. Okay. I'm going from the bottom or the top here and slide it in place. We're going to take the pin. Let's see here, we might need a, I don't know if we're going to need any kind of minor adjustments. My other ones did not. Nope, just a tight fit as it should be. Look at that. Nope, just a tight fit. Again, look at the fit on that. You know, I said this in the other videos. It's like I didn't send this to him to get it fitted. This is right out of the box. He saw me open the box, and that's the fit that you get. I've seen a lot of people talk about that section right there. Look at the way it fits there. I've had some grips from, where these protrude out too much and they actually bite into the web of your hand. Obviously, these are perfectly done. Wow, these look really good on this revolver right here. We're going to go ahead and put the screw in. As is right up in the fitment of the grips and stuff like that. Man, I can't believe how tight. These are, aside from the other two that I have, and you can check out the videos on my channel, and we've seen us putting them on the same revolver, by the way, people, I know you're looking at the back of my hand, the same revolver. I'm just trying to do this and not mess up these grips. The same revolver that we've been, using for these, showing you all these grips and everything. So the fitment and everything is basically the same, Python that we've been using. So again, man, I can't get over how just awesome that is. And it just sets off your Python. I tell you, it's the last missing key to these things. Last thing I'm going to part with the video here. You got to get them fast. This guy sells out. Deer Hollow Grips sells out quick. So if this is something you want, get in there, and if it's in stock, buy it. The other best way to get in there or basically how he kind of gauges to be notified on what to basically produce. He's a one-man operation, so everything he's doing, this is just one person doing this. And the finish coat, the clear coat that he's doing, the tinted clear coat, which is actually authentically correct to what Colt was having done or did, to their original Python grips, is a tinted clear coat to help with the grain and everything. Mainly, from what I gather, the reason they started doing that was because the wood they were using was pretty, piss poor. Quality in some cases, not all. The Pythons that I had 3 vintage ones back even before YouTube. I was lucky that my grips kind of look like this. I had an older 4-inch barreled one that had this grip on it. This identical to it. In fact, better. The ones I had on mine were kind of pretty bad. So, but. Anyway, get on that notification email list there, where you'll be notified if it comes back in stock, and just keep checking it and keep checking the website. When they're available, they'll pop up there. Again, jump in there and get them because they do go quick. If you kind of hesitate, you might lose out on a set if you really want a set. So check that out. a little bit of a quick, quick thing I want to share about Olaf over there at Deer Hollow. He kind of got started by when he was redoing people's Colt Pythons and stuff, because that's one thing that they did. If you read their website about their story, it's very interesting. You know, the reason they got started in doing some of this was because basically nobody else was doing it to what they, you know, expectations and stuff. They would redo the guns, put the grips back on it. Customer would be like, yeah, was there anything we can do for the grips? You know, he says, well, you can scour eBay and try to see if you can get a new set, because basically you're running into, you have this pristine Python, beautiful Python, and a used set of grips. So now with this, you know, out of necessity, that was his next step. Started producing grips himself, and boy, did he absolutely hit the home run on that. I can't speak enough. I find the grips just as fascinating as the gun itself, the revolver. I'm just intrigued by it. I can't believe the write-up on it is so interesting to read. I wish it was a full book. I really do. I wish it was like a full-blown, like really well detailed, you know, hundreds of pages of stuff. It would just be really cool read to have through, because the story on just the grips itself is so fascinating to me. So anyway, there they are. These are the Gen 2 grips. There is the earlier ones. I believe it was like, you can check the dates on his channel. He or his webpage. He talks about the dates on it. I think 60 to 61. The finish actually had just a light oil finish. It didn't have this clear coat, the tinted clear coat, which I prefer. I like this. I just like the way it looks. So that's my choice. And again, you know, that's what the Gen 2 grips. Then there's the Gen 3. The Gen 3 is really interesting. I think that's my favorite of the bunch, because the Gen 3 is broken up into two different parts and everything. So anyway, I'm going to quit yakking. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful grips from Deer Hollow. Thank you, Olaf. You have provided us with you are a very important key in the new Pythons, the 2020 Pythons, with your grips.